Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen warns Democrats, find someone with vision for America's working class. Somewhere in the Democratic presidential playbook for 2020, I wonder, says the author of this piece, if there was any room for Bruce Springsteen. Well, he'd have my vote. This is not what you think. I'm not suggesting Springsteen should run for president. I know you're not, but he'd have my vote anyway. All right, let's go down. So Bruce Springsteen predicts that Donald Trump will win a second term because Democrats don't have a candidate who can speak to America's working class. In recent interviews with the Sunday Times of London and with Esquire magazine, Springsteen laid out a case for how much Democrats continue to be disconnected from the kinds of voters they once embraced. The sorts of paid-by-the-hour, punch-the-clock workers who labor in factories and other middle-class jobs. It's as if there's a vast canyon. All right, blah, 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 blah. Springsteen says, I want to get to what Springsteen says, not this author's opining about it. No offense to the author, I just don't care. Springsteen says none of the prospective Democratic candidates seems to know how to speak to working class voters. I don't see anyone out there at the moment. As if that's not damning enough, Springsteen went on to point out you need someone who can speak some of the same language, but Democrats don't have an obvious, effective presidential candidate. The boss gets it. The boss gets it. A lot of what's going on has been a large group of people frightened by the changing face of the nation. There seems to be an awful lot of fear. I don't know if there's a way to bring those jobs back. He's talking, referring to a lot of the jobs that were lost. And I think that that's what's causing so much anxiety to so many Americans. The Founding Fathers were pretty good at confronting their fears and the fears of this country. And it's an old cliche where geniuses built the system so an idiot could run it. We are completely testing that theory at this very moment. I do believe we'll survive Trump, but I don't know if I see a unifying figure on the horizon. That worries me. And I don't disagree with him. Bruce Springsteen gets it. By the way, Bruce Springsteen, been rich for a really long freaking time. Bruce Springsteen has been rich. Very, very long freaking time. And I'm not saying that, like I don't mean that as an insult. I'm just saying, I'm a big Springsteen fan. What I'm saying is, he gets it. He gets it. He could very well be just as disconnected as, Chuck Schumer or anybody else. He has money. And there's a lot of other rock stars and celebrities who are completely disconnected. Go Google what Moby's been up to. Yeah, punk rockers hang out with the FBI, Moby. Good job. But Bruce Springsteen still gets it. Bruce Springsteen still gets it. Why does he still get it? Well, because he pays attention. Bruce Springsteen is a contrarian. He's an observer. He wasn't the outgoing guy himself. He was the shy guy that absorbed. And he's still doing that. That's why he gets this. And it's not because he's going out of his way to get it. It's because he just gets it. That's just who he is. That's the songwriter that he is. That's the artist that he is. And I'm a Springsteen fan. I know Springsteen's not for everyone. I'm a huge Springsteen fan, though. Springsteen on Broadway, I think, came out recently on Netflix, and I've been hearing segments of it in Sirius Satellite Radio, and I've been really enjoying it. But, which, by the way, over the holidays, my cousin and my dad were having an argument over Bruce Springsteen versus the Grateful Dead. And I'm listening to this, and I'm like, dude, guys, I mean, as a listener, I prefer Springsteen over the Dead. That's just my... that's just my preference as a listener, but why are you guys... This is such a dumb debate. You guys are comparing apples and oranges. Apples and drug-soaked oranges. Hallucinogenic oranges. You're comparing apples and magic mushrooms. Not a fair comparison. Anyway, good for Bruce Springsteen. Hey, you can be rich and still get it. Or be totally disconnected.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it it together and make it our own. Get your